combat lifesavers go around. Oh,
Run!
Hey, third person works!
Yeah,
we need
it's
to
the training file. And if you can't see the image on this monitor, even though it's going to be really, really terrible when you try, just like zoom in on it and you'll be able to see things.
That's so stretched.
It's so bad, right?
I can taste the pixels on it.
We're going to talk about everything.
Okay,
and
no
actually...
morphing bananas, guys.
Hey, lock it up. One of them being, if you purposely overdose someone, you lose your med qual, and you will not be allowed to re-qualify for it. That's a genuine rule.
You lose your medical license.
Yes. The Board of Medical has found you insufficient and thusly has taken away your operating permissions.
We're already insufficient.
Yeah, I know. So,
Hey,
a medic's purpose in the 86th is to support their team, and it isn't only limited to medical treatment. Medic must maintain constant vigilance and situational awareness, seeking out or making note of safe, shielded locations to treat the wounded, and if one isn't available, raising one themselves, fortification tool, blah. It takes a lot of mental calculations to be a medic. It's not just, wound hurty, I must fix. It is also, here is a shielded position that I can drag people to in the event of a mass casualty situation. This training document is not split up into classroom and practical portions, so we're going to flip-flop a lot. God damn it. So you also have to make the quick decisions about who gets priority, which wounds to treat, and are usually found in the back of formation. That doesn't make any sense. You, as a medic, are usually found towards the rear, in the back of formations. You're the most important person in the squad, besides the squad leader itself, so you're very, very vulnerable, and you need to be protected.
All right.
But,
New to me.
You also keep in contact with medics from other squads, coordinating the overall effort of the battlefield to keep the platoon moving forward. Though a medic should avoid at all costs putting themselves in risky situations, as their survival can make or break a team, they should remember that they are a soldier first and a medic second, returning fire when necessary as a supporting fire team member. So we are going to move on to a little bit. Keep talking because I'm going to try to break this up into classroom and then actual treatment because this document is not useful whatsoever. There's some useful definitions that you guys should know if you don't already. CCP, casualty collection point, it's a point where you move people to heal them. So, for instance, if we were getting attacked on this base right now, I would designate this very building as a CCP where I would send people who are injured to go get healed, right? Pretty simple, and most of you probably already knew that.
Nope.
All right, well, we'll just go into more detail on things as it comes. So there's terms in here like bradycardia, tachycardia, hypertension, and hypotension, but honestly, none of those you need to know because they're just technical terms for EMTs and talking in medicalese. High, low BP, heart rate up and down, that kind of thing. Morphine, it relieves pain, it lowers your heart rate, and increases your blood pressure. So if you are going to administer a morphine to someone, you're going to have to know, first and foremost, okay, what's his heart rate? What is his blood pressure? Because while it does relieve your pain, it thins your blood, making you quicker to bleed out. So if you have like a morphine in your system with open wounds, you're going to bleed out faster.
All right.
And epinephrine, it raises heart rate, and it also, in the newest versions of ACE, and especially with our settings, it's adrenaline. Epinephrine is adrenaline, which, it wakes you up. Give someone an epinephrine and a couple of rounds of CPR, and they will be right as rain. Usually. And atropine, well, we don't use atropine. Put your helmet back on, you fucking nerd. I see that.
Do I have a hat?
I'm watching you. Put your fucking helmet back on. You look like a bald-ass motherfucker. Atropine, it's used in NBC scenarios, nuclear, biological, chemical, which is why we don't carry it. Atropine is kind of useless for what we do. And adenosine, it counteracts epinephrine, and it lowers heart rate. But we also don't carry that. Because if you overdose someone with epinephrine, you're a fucking idiot.
Dude, it's like Left 4 Dead, bro. Just pop it in. Run fast.
So we're going to go over TCCP/TC3, which is Tactical Combat Care something. Fuck, I don't remember what the actual acronym is, and it's not stated in this document. However, it is some additional points to go over. Three things
I
to
told
keep in
you.
mind. Care when under fire.
He's
field
making a
care,
porno.
And the Tactical Evac Cone.
Wait, what?
Care when under fire, take cover, return fire, tourniquet limbs, move to cover. Yeah, easy. Checklists are very easy to remember and to follow, especially when you are operating as, a medical personnel. Advanced field care is when you're in cover and fire is suppressed. Begin your detailed assessment of a patient and do not move the patient until they are cleared and stay in cover until then. And Tactical Evac Cone is something which you do for CASEVACs, evacuation for a casualty in a standard vehicle, just a formation, but that's not that important. And there's a whole bunch of fucking missed reports and shit, which I'm not going to go over because I find them completely fucking useless. All right. So we're going to go over some basic medical treatment flow. And if you're already bored of this, trust me, I am too. So, there's some official guidelines, which I'm just going to go over briefly. Treating the patient, keeping the patient's vitals stable is your first and foremost priority. That's the thing that you should worry about. Every action we take is going to either be restore or to treat homeostasis or vital stability. Raising heart rate, raising blood pressure, lowering heart rate in some instances actually does help. From time to time, make sure wounds haven't reopened, obviously. If a limb has a wound with a high bleeding rate or multiple, such as a large avulsion or a large cut, use a tourniquet on it. Otherwise, the patient might lose large amounts of blood while you try to treat it. We'll go over that a little bit more, the practice behind it, so it's more formal. There's generally 6 steps to treating patients, and I never actually bothered to remember these. However, they are pretty useful should you choose to remember them. Step 1, it's to ask, is the patient responsive? Well, if he is, ask him if he has wounds / is he in pain. If he is not, we proceed to step 2. Is the patient wounded? If yes, treat the wounds. If no, you move on. Step 3, does this patient have a pulse? If yes, go to step 4, but if no, if you are alone, provide CPR, but if you have someone else who can, get them to do CPR while you treat the patient's wounds, and we can skip to a couple steps ahead depending on the situation. Step 4, did the patient lose a lot of blood? If yes, use IVs to restore the volume of liquid in the bloodstream of the patient, or if no, we skip the steps. And step 5, is the patient in pain? If yes, and he has a stable pulse and blood pressure, you are allowed to give him morphine. However, that's pretty much step 7, which is not a thing that exists. Step 6, is the patient awake now? If yes, congratulations, you've done your job, they can fuck off. If no, well, you gotta make sure that you gotta stabilize him, make sure that he can get up. There's a checklist to follow, which basically goes, assess the patient, check what wounds he has, determine if he needs blood / medications, get him stable, and provide aid while he wakes up, if necessary. We'll go over that in a minute. It's super simple, and once you get into the hang of things, it's just natural. Fuck edited this on September 9th. Alright. So, we're going to go over, the basics. So if you press H by default, it will open your personal medical menu unless you are looking at somebody else. If you're looking at someone else and you press H on them, it will open their medical menu. So, you press H. You will see a big-ass menu. Do you guys actually know anything about this, or do I have to talk to you like babies and like baby men to tell you how to use it?
I know how to use this, so...
Yeah, the simplest way I know is just to click on use the body wherever you're injured and then read what's wrong.
Okay. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail for each of these tabs. If you look to the left of the screen under examine and treatment, you have 7 icons here. and they all do different things. The very first one, which looks like a EMS symbol, is View Triage Card. That immediately tells you what medications have been given and what has happened. So if you click on that, you'll see when the last medication was administered to a patient, which is very, very important, actually, if you want to avoid overdosing someone. Like it'll say 3 times morphine given 15 minutes ago.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Next one over, examine the patient. This is important. This is a very important tab because it lets you do 3 things. Check pulse, check blood pressure, and check response. Right now, you shouldn't have the option to check response, which is normal.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of brain dead at the moment.
We're going to skip that. Next one over is the bandages/fractures tab. That tab will allow you to bandage/tourniquet/splint a limb or a body part. Let you maintain homeostasis. Other one up. Medication, it'll give you the ability to inject medications. Pretty simple there. Next one, yep.
Can I just say something?
Yep.
I just noticed on this board, I'm not sure if you guys read that. Just if the guy has a tourniquet and you're gonna check the pulse on that limb that has the tourniquet, don't do that. Just check it on another limb. So
I was gonna go over that. You can't give medication fluids. You can't read pulses/heart rates and blood pressure through a limb that has a tourniquet on it. Always double check where you're putting your medication/bandages because you could be thinking, oh, I'm bandaging this guy's left leg, but you could actually be bandaging his fucking head. This has happened to me on multiple occasions and it is infuriating.
Also, pro tip, left arm is the fastest if you're applying medication. It's the closest to the heart.
Yep.
Does that apply to this ACE program, though?
Yes, it is surprisingly deep. Left arm is the fastest for medication. However, if you want to inject an IV, go for the right leg, I think. No, left leg. Because it's the left leg, which the reason you do that is because it's the largest artery in the entire body, the femoral artery. Neat, huh?
Yep.
Yep, so just remember left side of the body, and if it is unavailable, right side. You know, if there's a tourniquet or something on the way. However, we're going to continue on. In advanced treatments, this is a big one. That's where advanced administration is carried out. You know, if you select the torso, that will be where you can administer CPR. If you're on a limb, well, that's also where you can inject fluids if you're clicked on a limb, and it is where you will stitch people. That's where the option to stitch people will be whenever we fix that option.
Yeah.
I apologize about that.
If you know CPR, you're a nerd.
No.
What do you mean? I know CPR in real life. I've been CPR certified for 8 years.
Nerd.
All right. Calm down. Next 2 tabs up are drag/carry, and that's pretty self-evident. You can drag or carry people with that option. And The very final one is the toggle self. If you are on someone else's medical menu and you want to check yours, you can just click toggle self and it will switch to yours immediately.
Click it again, you go back to the same guy.
Yep.
PSCD Street Lamp is responsive, but it says he's deceased.
Well, so we're going to keep going. So if you'll notice under status, it's a picture of the human body, how it's supposed to be, white.
Oh, God.
And there's a reason for that. If you see white on limbs, that means it is green and it is good to go. If it is a light blue, probably a bruise or some kind of minor injury that doesn't need to be treated. Dark blue, a treated injury, which is not important anymore because it is treated. Or it is red, which means that it is an open wound and needs to be treated immediately. Or a light red wound, which is like something like a small cut or a bruise, because bruises can be bandaged and then they'll turn into light blue limbs. However, they're not fucking important. They don't do anything. They cause pain. That's about it. 1 second. And there's 6 areas of the body: the head, torso, right and left arms, and the right and left legs. As I already mentioned before, left side of the body, best places to administer IV and medication too. Every action you take is going to be to maintain one of these areas of the body, and slightly below all that, you're going to see a little bar that says none. If you click on it, you can select minimal, delayed, immediate, or deceased. That's triage, baby. If you're in a CCP and you're bringing someone in, you can just select immediate, and medics are going to be like, oh, fuck, we need to get this guy. He's probably fatal. Minimal, delayed, deceased. These are almost never used, and there's not much point to.
That's why I always have it deceased, because I'm dead inside.
Don't do that. There's an actual reason you don't want to do that.
I know.
And then overview just tells you what's wrong with that particular limb, if someone is bleeding or not, if there's a fracture, that kind of thing. It gives you the information. Under quick view, it will tell you, that's where things go, like blood pressure, pee, that kind of thing. That's where those notifications will pop up. Under the activity log is when they will show you who administered a bandage, who administered medication, when someone did what, basically. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to move on to some theory here. We have 3 metrics of overall health: blood pressure, pulse, and the responsive state. You're going to do a bunch of shit to maintain those 3 basic things. And to do that, we have the bandage chart. All hail the bandage chart. So if you zoom in and look at this, you're going to see a bunch of different kind of bandages with all the wound types: abrasions, avulsions, contusions, crushes, cuts, lacerations, velocities, and punctures. This is actually an old version of the chart. Lacerations and contusions don't fucking exist.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about those anymore. Abrasions, never seen one of those either. So,
Yep.
if you see on this chart a bunch of green, a bunch of yellow, and a bunch of red, that's reopening chance and efficiency, basically. What you're going to notice is that elastics are very fucking efficient at everything, and packing also very, very good at pretty much everything. The reason why we don't carry field dressings, and I only give you a couple of quick clot, is because field dressings are fucking useless. And quick clots are useful for one thing and one thing only: reopening chance. So, here's an anecdote. Medics carry packing and elastics to heal people. Troopers carry quick clots to stop themselves from bleeding. True. The reason why you want to use quick clots at all, the only reason that I can ever think of anyone would want to carry them, is because there's not a medic around quickly enough to treat them. It's to stop wounds from reopening in a timely manner. If you're not near a medic, you can use quick clot to keep your wounds closed for longer. However, if a medic is treating you, you're going to want to use packing or elastic. There's multiple wound types. I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with the bandaging and wound system, but there are bandages for specific wound types.
Yeah, I'm basically self-taught in this area.
Me too. Took a long time to learn it, but once you do, super easy. So
Yeah.
there's basically only 4 main things that you have to worry about, and that's velocity wounds and avulsions.
Yeah.
So
And crushed tissue, that happens a bit.
not really. That's more
I've
of
seen
just
a few, but
that's
it's
more
not
when
as
you
common.
get shot and your fucking bones break. That's different. We're not worrying about that right now. So, can you tell me what a packing bandage is? Like, can you think about it in your mind? What would it be used for realistically? I'm looking for answers from the class here.
Sorry, teacher. I was sleeping.
You're gonna use packing bandages. It's used to packing wounds that are in odd places, like your groin and neck, and your armpits.
That is true. However, in Arma, packing bandages are literally just packing into an open wound. What about elastics? What can you tell me about elastic bandages?
Ooh, me. That they close quick.
So elastics are gauze, basically. They're good gauze that wraps a wound. So if you get like a cut on your arm, are you going to pack it with a bandage or are you going to wrap it?
Wrap it.
Yes.
Think.
So cuts, you use elastics on because it's quicker. If you use the wrong bandage type on a wound, it will create a partial wound. So if you put like you get a large crush tissue, and you use a packing bandage on it, it's going to turn into a partial large crush tissue, which will take 2 bandages to close. But if you use one elastic, it'll close it instantly. It's more efficient, and it saves you and patient time, basically. There's a bunch of instances of this. Elastic, I hate it because it's good at everything. It's such a crutch, and it is the most annoying thing in the entire game. I tell people to use packing for things like velocities and cuts. Cuts to work in a way. Elastics are better for that. Packing you use for velocities, and pretty much any other wound you can come across is elastics. It is infuriating. Punctures are also packing too. It's use your brain. Use your brain on a wound type, and it'll tell you. All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some Arma wisdom for you. Ace always treats packing wounds first. That was retarded. Ace always treats velocity wounds first. So if you have 2 large avulsions and a large velocity, it'll treat the velocity wound first. So it's not smart enough to recognize what bandage you want to use for which type. So it's all on you to figure that out. Bigger wounds take priority over smaller ones, obviously. So you're going to treat a large before you treat a small.
All right.
Sense?
Yep.
Fucking A, boys. So, if you go into your medical menus and go to your own arm, like your just right or left arm, doesn't matter, boys, you can click your check pulse, and it'll give you pulse, and you can click check blood pressure, and it'll give you your blood pressure. We're doing blood pressure right now. So,
Okay.
BP is pretty important. 120 over 80. That's the ideal. That is the absolute standard. That's what we try to get to. If your blood pressure is over 140 and your pulse is over 150, you will go into cardiac arrest. But if your blood pressure is over 260, you will also go into cardiac arrest. Moving down the scale, if you are under 116 blood pressure, that's when you will see the has lost a lot of blood in the medical menu tab. So if you see has lost a lot of blood, check the blood pressure, make sure that it's not like 119 or something dumb like that, and then assess from there. Around 100 to 105 in that spectrum is the perfect blood pressure to give drugs, like morphine, epinephrine, with like safety. That's the safety net, blood pressure to give any kind of medication. That's a perfect world, and you're not going to get that kind of range most of the time, but it is useful to know. If your blood pressure is under 95, mostly stable, and he won't deteriorate if left alone. Around 95 is around the barrier for that. But if it's under 90, there's a high probability that the patient will begin deteriorating if left to his own devices. Who just texted me?
Not me.
Sorry about that. All right, now we're going to do heart rate. So, pulse. Ooh, I love pulse. Best operator in Rainbow Six Siege. So, 80 to 85 is a normal pulse range, and that's the ideal that you want to go to. Moving up the scale, if we are at a 120 to 125 heart rate, patient will start to hear their heart rate and has a pretty low probability of passing out, but it's still there. If your BP is 140 and your pulse is 150, you go into cardiac arrest like last time. 80 to 210, there's a probability of your patient passing out. If it's 210, they will pass out, too high of a heart rate. You're going to have to give them morphine to dull that down. But there is a absolute guarantee that if their pulse gets to 220, they will go into cardiac arrest. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't stop that. If they go into cardiac arrest, they're fucked. I've never been able to save one through my 2,000 hours of medical. You're not.
Wouldn't you need an AED for that?
Yes, we don't have that.
Stand
and if
clear.
there actually is reason why you say that. Just a little anecdote here. Whenever we do get AEDs in the mod pack, because I will be getting them soon, at some point, we'll say clear. Obviously, if you are in the medical menu and within 2 meters of a patient getting shocked, you will also get shocked and you'll be in pain. There's a reason why people will say clear, because you won't get fucking shocked. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, moving down the scale of pulse, we have 65. A patient will hear their heartbeat slowed down. So if you've ever heard your slowed down heartbeat, your pulse is probably a little bit low, but that's okay. If your pulse is below 30 or around 30, it's a possible cardiac arrest. If it is below 20, if it is 20 and below, it is a guaranteed cardiac arrest. 1 second. Alright, I'm back, sorry. Who wants to play with drugs?
I
Doggies.
do.
Oh god, I'm gonna get OD'd by Ramirez again.
Only happened one time.
Oh, let me be the victim.
Medications. As a medic, there are 3 medication/auto injectors that we use, but 2 are mostly common, and the other one is the emaciated limb that has not seen action in about 16 years. Morphine. It is a pain dampener. It will cut pain, but it will also lower blood pressure and heart rate. The effect will lessen over time, so it's not necessary to get hit with an epinephrine injector afterwards unless the patient is in immediate danger of falling unconscious from an extremely low heart rate, which is incredibly rare. You can stack medications. It's not really a point to it anymore with the new ACE system, however, you still can. Immediately injecting a morphine and epinephrine will counteract the effects, but it will still kind of work its way through the system. 4 morphine used within 10 minutes will kill a patient of an overdose, so don't give them 4 morphine within 10 minutes. On average, morphine lowers pulse by 15 to 20, and obviously the anecdote of using morphine also thins out patient blood, so it increases the bleed rate of the patient. Moving on to epinephrine, it raises heart rate, and it's useful if the patient is about to fall unconscious from a low heart rate, or to wake them up if they're stable. It doesn't really do much else. A low pulse will be raised by about 15, a normal pulse will be raised by about 35, and a high pulse will be raised by about 30. It's a grading scale, so if you're on 65 heart rate, it'll go up to 80. If it is on 80, it'll go to 105, and if it's on 100, it'll go to 130. The higher the the higher the pulse, the higher the pulse will be raised with an epinephrine. Just a standard rule of thumb, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And overdose occurs after 10 times use of epi, and the patient will overdose and fucking die.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah, how fast can you run if you have 10 in you?
You don't move any faster.
9. Oh, what? Leopard
Yeah.
lie to me.
Oh god.
So IVs are, our standard kits come with blood, but if you do manage to carry plasma, it can dribble through tourniquets at a slower rate. Our fucking medical settings are fucked right now. The rate at which you receive IVs is retardedly fast. It's like 100 milliliters every 3 seconds or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not right. The IVs can only be injected into the limbs and not the trunk or the head. There's no good place to do that with. Sorry, the torso. I'm used to conditioned by the fucking A&P class. Sorry about that. And different amounts of IVs will obviously be used depending on your low blood pressure. If you are very low kind of blood pressure, it depends on how much blood a patient has lost. But there's a grading scale from 1,000 milliliters to 500 to 250. 250 is not really that useful for what we do, but 500s and 1,000s are a bit more on the level of what we need. So just keep an eye out for that. And that's kind of everything I have for the theory section. So, I'm going to spawn some dudes, and we're going to fucking shoot them. Right, boys?
I can't do that. That's blue on blue.
No,
Hey man, that's
it's fine.
a thing. I forgot what it's called.
No, it's fine. Just,
Whatever happens, don't morphine the banana.
that guy's
That's what it
fucked.
was.
Look at this.
Oh,
Right
dear.
Oh
here.
no.
So we got an AI here, and he's got some wounds. So if you guys
That's
will all
bad.
just come right up to him and open his medical menu, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. So, what is the very first thing that you guys should be doing right now? And I just want some answers. Don't actually do it. Just, tell me. What do you guys? What
I checked
you-
his triage card.
Check his pulse.
Yeah, check his pulse.
So, if he is not in immediate danger of like, oh.
Don't worry, I'll handle this.
No. He'll fucking die. Hold on. I'm just gonna. So this is unfortunate. Sir, I'm going to have to restrain you. Stop it.
He just fixed himself up. We didn't even need him.
You fucking little bastard. Alright, listen here, buddy.
Wait,
Oh,
Reese.
shit.
Alright, now he's hurt again. So,
If they were in the CCP already, like say they were in the CCP, they were all pulled in, and I just got I'm the medic, I just got in. I'm gonna check their triage cards immediately because there should be shit written on his triage card to see immediately what's wrong with him. Cause
yep. So in ARM, it's a little bit different. You can just open their medical menu and pretty much instantly see what's wrong with them by just looking. So if they are not in immediate danger of being fucked, you can check their blood pressure and heart rate. One of the main things that you actually need to make sure of is that they have a heart rate. Blood pressure is not very important when you're first starting, but just make sure that they are not in cardiac arrest. They have a heart rate. If they don't have a heart rate, you need to start compressions instantly, but right now he does, so it's fine. So immediately what you should be doing is, if it is sufficient enough damage, start tourniqueting the limbs. But if it's just like a shitty small velocity wound, just give it a packing bandage and move on. The priority is going to be the trunk and the head, because you can't tourniquet those, and they bleed out. There's organs there, vital organs that you need to make sure that aren't fucked. The limbs are more expendable than, the body. Still.
yes. So we got a partial medium avulsion on the torso. Left leg has a medium velocity wound, and the right arm has a small velocity wound.
Yep. So start treating this man up and take note of how much blood he has lost, what the fluids he's losing is. So just treat this man. Make him whole.
Are we taking turns, or are we just gonna dogpile on him?
Just a large amount of blood already.
Hey, think of it as like a reverse shark attack in Basic, except it's healing someone instead of hurting them.
Okay.
Okay, so let's all just fucking pile
He's
on
not
this guy.
bleeding anymore, checking blood pressure.
So
79 out of 52.
what do you guys think? How much fluid should you give him when his blood pressure is this and he has lost a large amount of blood? What do you guys think?
I'd say a liter. A liter and a half, maybe.
Use milliliters. There's a scale from 250 to 500 to 1,000 milliliters.
Yep, 1,500. I'd say.
So, why the fuck is his heart rate 170? Holy shit.
Stab him with morphine.
I think it's because
Actually-
you shot him.
No, that's actually super strange. Give him a morphine and give him 500
Because
milliliters.
that's compensating for the low pressure.
Go ahead, Street Lamp. You're in charge.
What? I can't
Inject
be
the
in
morphine.
charge.
I'll put him in there.
So-
Alright, put an 8-ball of morphine in his left arm.
You got to keep in mind that usually you're not going to be treating AIs and you're going to be talking to actual people who are like passed the fuck out sitting here. So it's like
I'm giving him 1,000 milliliters of blood, left leg.
500 is. So there is a dynamic scale here. You don't want to give them too much.
Did he lag out?
I think he cut off.
Giving them too
Reese, you're cutting off a lot.
in black
I don't think he can hear us.
or
What?
unconscious. It is. Am I?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
My internet's doing the thing again, lads.
You're
doing the
saying
thing.
a whole seminar. We couldn't hear you.
Checking
Okay,
blood
keep
pressure.
checking his vitals.
Seems right.
Heart rate slowing down.
Yep. So now you're just gonna play the waiting game.
Blood pressure going up.
CPR.
What? Clear. Dead.
Put some epi in him.
If you're gonna
No.
right now is not the right time. Oh,
His
wow, he
heart rate
crashed.
just synced.
He's crashing.
Now is the time to put some epi in him.
Yeah, slap that bitch with adrenaline.
All right, put an 8-ball on him. Left arm.
Thank you very much.
8
We'll
balls.
see if that was the right decision.
We'll see.
He's just jumps
You guys
up.
peer pressure me. I can't be held accountable.
There goes his blood pressure. His
up.
blood pressure's crashing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Let me,
Morphine probably not the best idea.
His heart rate is now increasing. Blood pressure dropping.
Oh boy.
It's stabilizing.
He's gonna fucking go to cardiac
Hey, his
arrest,
blood
that's
pressure is stabilizing. His heart rate is also stabilizing.
Dude, his heart is gonna explode, bro.
it. But the blood pressure's too low. His blood is basically.
He has a heart rate of 69. Hell yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, I can put another epi in his.
No.
Um,
Now we just have to wait.
I don't think the morphine was the best idea there.
Don't worry, I'm
You
getting
gave him
euthanasia.
too much blood.
don't
It's
think it was
because
too much
the reason it's doing that is because you. Okay, now it's done injecting blood. Now
The morphine liquefied his blood too much, I think.
That's not what
morphine
morphine
that's-
does, but
No? It makes it softer.
it
Thinner.
makes it thinner.
I can't find the words. Yeah, thinner.
So
there you go.
your blood goes in different stages. Your blood, I can remember the.
I think he's fucked.
You fucked?
He's fine.
He's probably gonna be in a fucking coma.
He's not responsive.
So if
Here,
I
I'll
can
do some
remember,
CPR on him.
hypertonic, isotonic, and hypotonic, different states of the blood. Hypertonic means that they are hemorrhaging and they are very shriveled. Isotonic means that normal blood flow, and hypotonic is they are enlarged and they are bursting. Basically, none of that's relevant to what we're talking about, but
He's just unconscious.
yeah. So, what should you guys do right now? What do you guys think you need to do right now to fix this man?
Bullet.
Fucking maniac.
Jesus Christ! All right.
We need to let him rest. I mean, we can give him another
Right now,
adrenaline.
I recommend giving him 500 more milliliters of blood and waiting.
I was gonna think about
Good
that. I'm
night,
gonna
sweet
do
prince.
Just eat another fucking
I
adrenaline
swear
and we'll be
you-
good to go.
I'll
Remember
put the
to
epi
do
in him.
that
Yeah,
shit?
let's do it.
If you fucking kill him, I'm gonna bone you, dog.
No.
What? I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
gonna
street
bone your
lamp thing.
dog if you kill him.
Street lamp.
Portuguese thing, street lamp.
Yeah, we make chorizo out of dogs. We're fucking Chinese.
Dude,
Isn't chorizo
you
just
should
fucking
you should hear the shit Street Lamp says we're in the middle of combat and shit. Last night was interesting. We were playing domination. And Street Lamp was saying some fucking crazy shit.
That
I'm gonna
you
rape
don't
your
have to-
mothers.
you don't have to-
Is that what he said? I could bet you that's what he said.
I'm gonna fuse your mothers together to make a lesbo field stronger enough to crack your skull open.
Jesus
Schofield.
Christ!
I just go with the casual, you know, get some fucker or some shit like that, or suck my dick. You know,
I'm gonna shit on your throat.
just normal,
Shit.
just normal. Fuck you, come at me, motherfucker. And then I usually get shot a couple
So
more
if
times.
you guys want to click on the triage card, you can see what I mean by it tells you things. So that's a good time to go look. It tells you delayed. Good one.
Okay.
No, you were right.
I don't think he's alright.
No, he's
Immediate?
delayed. He's not immediate. Immediate is
Oh.
fatal.
I was
Oh,
right.
okay. Is he? I don't consider this stabilized. His heart
He's
rate
not
is-
stable. If you leave
really
him,
low.
he'll die.
Yeah. What the fuck do I do now?
Will he really die though?
Yes, he will.
Or will
He needs
I,
more blood.
Oh. All right. Let me just
Um,
put some blood in him.
You guys,
This guy
have you
is going
guys
to
ever
take
seen-
exactly 7 million years to wake the fuck up, so I'm just gonna...
Have you guys ever been to
Hey, put him
Deviant?
in at least put him in the car if you're gonna
Oh.
dump his body.
I was gonna
Okay.
suggest something.
All right,
Have you
lads.
guys? No.
Get to it.
Oh, cool. Great.
All
I'm
right.
patching up the torso first.
I'm getting his
Someone
left
check his
arm.
pulse.
Yeah, I'll check his pulse.
Oh, you fucking bitch! Why
It's
do you
waking up
wake
again.
up? They're supposed to be hard.
I can take care of this. Don't worry.
No.
Ramirez.
Get some.
One, check your goddamn fire.
God damn it.
Yeah, check your goddamn fire.
1. Cease fire. God damn it.
All right, checking his pulse again.
Check his blood pressure afterwards.
All right, 121. Ooh. He has a 117/78 blood pressure.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I should.
He also has no injuries.
Yeah, I patched him up.
All right, tell me when they drug him.
I think he's alright, actually.
Morphine to lower the
Hold
heart
on,
rate.
let me check his
Um,
pulse. Yeah, he's Gucci.
Okay.
Try something. See what happens.
Oh,
not.
okay.
Do not.
You work
Um,
work as a council to figure out what you need to do to release this man's soul from hell and bring him back to the mortal coil.
Well,
Oh,
he looks
terrible.
fine to me, actually.
Yeah, he looks alright. I think he's just in shock now.
I could just drag him, put him in the helicopter, throw him in the ocean.
What the fuck?
Don't forget the brick attached to the shoe.
Throw a brick after him, see if it hits him.
I think I should just give him a little bit of blood, 500 milliliters, because he's lost some.
Go 250.
You
Still
should
light.
do him? I think it's too little, but fine.
Oh yeah, you can always
Someone
just
give
add
this man
250.
adrenaline.
No, don't do that. Check his heart rate again. It should be
Alright.
110.
Checking his heart rate.
115.
Checking his heart rate.
Sorry,
Check out Huckley.
I gotta
Check the
fucking.
date of the day that
I
whale.
mumble a lot.
His blood pressure is slowly dropping. Not
Yeah.
much.
Giving him blood. It is gonna drop.
Heart rate of
Uh,
115.
If you hear explosions in the distance, ignore them.
Why is that? Your shit blowing up?
No, that's the final test being conducted.
Cool.
EOD training. Nice.
No.
No, it's gonna be we're gonna fucking die kind of training.
129/86 blood pressure. Yeah. And we got
That's
what?
how-
The heart rate of 114.
KIA.
Yeah, actually.
No, he's not. I was gonna aim my gun at him and say, yell at him.
There we go.
Hey, welcome
What up?
to life,
He's in
buddy.
severe pain.
Alright, let me hit him up with a morphine. I can do that.
Yo,
Hey,
fuck's sake. Man down.
Large velocity wound, torso.
man
packing
down,
him
man
ready.
down, call a medic. Alright, I'm covering his,
Black cock down.
black cock down. Alright, tell me what to pump
Checking
into him.
pulse. No heart
Oh,
rate.
shit.
What you
just
failed to
CPR.
realize is he got shot in the chest and thusly died.
Oh.
If you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
keep spawning patients, it's over there at the computer if you guys want to keep testing them.
I think you fucking ragdoll. When you ragdoll, you're fucking dead, dude.
Yeah.
That's some meta shit.
Yeah, that's metagaming, I'm sorry.
No,
We checked
that's
his
actually
pulse.
what I used to learn for the metrics. There was actually a system to it. If you can learn which states mean that they're actually dead and which are not, helps a lot with triage.
But yeah,
That's a fact.
this guy's dead. He's deceased.
Yeah, but
rip
yeah,
in
no,
peace.
put Jack in 1-2 and have him be the medic there.
Oh, they all died instantly. Holy shit.
He's rip in peace. Goodbye.
They all
Alright,
died.
pass over.
I'm just gonna get some more med supplies.
No,
Out.
it's not out yet. We're fucking playing with these boys, and I'm gonna try to set up.
Hey,
this
I don't
stupid-
play with boys, bro. Maybe you do.
Go.
Let's go.
I really wish you didn't throw that fucking.
Assess individuals. Make sure that they're fine. Go to impact areas and start designating the people who are down.
Where the fuck is the medical area?
Got a lot of injured lads here.
Yep.
Your focus should be going around and making sure that people who are actually down probably aren't going to die. Instead of treating one man's wounds individually, you should be assessing the entire situation and treating them accordingly.
All right.
I'm marking their triage card. Oh, this guy's fucked up. Put him in the immediate.
Look at this guy.
You're fucking dead. Shit.
No one is dead until they're dead.
This guy's pretty fucked up too. Put him
Got two
in
of these
delayed.
guys. They're almost critical.
That guy's dead. Hey, this guy's dead. Yeah, passed out.
Okay, I'm treating this man for
People are falling over left and right.
Fuck's sake.
4 small velocity wounds. Fuck me, dude. Okay.
Tourniquets are a medic's best friend.
Yeah.
He passed out right next to me.
Like 15 people have just fucking fell over in the last 10 seconds.
I think we're gonna
We're
do
just
the
three
start doing
fucking
some.
dudes, dude.
Yeah, I
Euthanasia.
know. And this is a realistic scenario. 3 medics for a platoon's worth of This is like 2 squads worth of people.
Oh, god damn it. Sake.
It might be a little bit unrealistic, however, it's good practice.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for helping me out with this.
Just to know
This
how
guy's kinda
fucking
fucked up.
helpless we are.
Yes.
I'm popping
Fun
popping
fact.
some-
When I was leading a medical platoon of about, I think I was in command of 9 people, because there was 3 squads and about 2 people, 2 medics in each. We assaulted a castle with a full platoon of infantry. 3 squads instantly went down because of mortars and HMG fire. The CCP that we had on the outside of those castle walls was the largest that I have ever been involved in, and I had to command it. For about an hour straight, my vision was completely black and white. I couldn't see color, and my platoon medic, I was the platoon medic, my platoon sergeant and my platoon leader were
Oh,
both
God, someone
fucked,
just
so I was also in control of the entire platoon. It was in the worst.
Medal of Honor worthy.
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
Wait, cancel.
Oh my god, I look away for 1 second, they all fucking fall over dead.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, this guy's fucked up. Oh, he's fucked up.
How fucked up is fucked up. That's fucked up.
Wake up, Mr. Hirosaki. Why is his name Hirosaki? I thought we were American.
Japanese American.
Shit.
This fucker's dead.
Keep giving CPR.
I did. I just did.
You keep doing it until he has a heart rate. It doesn't always work on the first try.
Alright.
You can do it up to 10 times before he gets a heart rate again.
Come on,
Someone
wake
just
up,
fall
Mr.
over.
Hirosaki.
It's like an entire fucking battle.
I don't even see the
bodies
option to give CPR.
on his chest. You have to make sure you're on his chest. Homies are just fucking falling over.
There's no way we could fucking.
This whole time I've been like going body to body because I'm running out of pulse and I could be performing CPR. Oh my god.
Okay, so we're doing this man again.
Damn it, I
This
hate
is the
getting-
point of this kind of training. It's to get you familiar with the suck so that when you embrace it, it'll feel much better.
Yeah, well, I don't feel like it'll suck this hard.
Maybe not, but I'm a perfectionist.
No, it's fine because then it allows us to train others eventually down the road.
Dude, this guy is fucked. Fucked.
Thanks for spelling it out for me.
You're
This
welcome.
guy's breath is horrible.
Remember, even if you break ribs on your downward CPR, that is okay. Fun fact, I have heard stories where nurses were traumatized because they had to break children's ribs because they had to give CPR. And ultimately, they lived. But that sound, especially on a child, is terrible.
Alright, laying down the 21 guns.
But I think
You fucking bitch.
ribs don't grow
He's
back.
not dead, you idiot.
Yeah, this guy is dead.
No, he's not.
I just fucking did some. Okay, whatever. This is the 6th time.
Not dead.
I can make him dead.
not dead. Holy shit, his medical menu's black. What did you do?
I just marked him deceased.
No, oh, that's cool. Is that actually? I never noticed that before. Hold on. That's fucking sick. I didn't actually know that. I didn't know that it did that. That's cool as shit.
Oh, yeah.
That is a neat feature of Ace that I never knew before.
Man, how long has it been? 3 years? 4?
I've been operating as a medic since November of 2018,
Okay, so 2 years.
but I've never used the
This guy's gonna live.
I've never used the Ace interaction version, aside from when I literally cannot access a medical menu. I don't use the Ace interaction medical menu.
Wake
I
up,
think it's
fishy,
inefficient.
wake up.
Wake up, motherfucker.
When are we gonna do an operation recapturing a traitor?
Maybe he's not waking up because he's still bleeding.
Yeah, I said fuck his wounds, trying to get him conscious again.
Oh, he's moving. Maybe.
You're really having trouble here.
I'm just trying to make sure. Wake
Uh,
up.
Pop him
Wake up,
1,000.
wake
Pop him
up,
1,000
wake
milliliters. If he's not
Yeah.
dying in this amount of time, he'll be fine when you give him 1,000 and then keep going. It's all
Wake
about
up,
trial and
out of your
error and
sleep.
learning about what you need to do in any given situation. It'll come through time, and it is just. I like how you both, all three of you, have just focused on 3 individuals to keep them alive. Like everyone else is fucking dead.
Yeah, well, we couldn't get to everybody else fast enough.
That guy's still alive. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna delete all the dead motherfuckers.
Yeah, that guy I just worked.
How do
on
you tell if
fucking
you
dead.
can't perform CPR on them anymore?
The guy to
They will ragdoll officially, and you'll know. Like when rifles are out of hands and shit, you'll know. There's
Then this
specific-
guy's dead as fuck.
That guy died. No, there's poses that they go into, and they'll twitch sometimes. And the reason that they twitch is that Ace is performing checks to make sure that they're still alive. And when those checks fail, they won't wake up. That's a consciousness check, and that's why they twitch. Whenever they twitch, they do a calculation. Can he wake up? No. All right, he's still knocked out. If they do that, they'll move
shit, he's not
sometimes. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they'll move around. Their necks will move and shit. You just gotta watch their models. I told you to give them 1,000 and keep going. What are you doing?
Don't worry, I'm performing CPR.
He's not dead, you idiot. Like, holy shit, Street Lamp. Have you just been like cleaning up the ones that didn't get hurt the most?
No,
No, I
this-
keep on
this
finding
guy
no
over
heart
here-
rate, man.
This guy over
All
here
right,
that
I'm just gonna
looking at,
fucking give him
he
some blood.
got up again.
Oh,
shit.
God.
Do I not have
See,
any blood?
be like Street Lamp, boys. He's an exemplary member of the team.
He also is an experienced medic.
That's true. You still didn't give him the blood. What is?
Just because I don't have any blood in my inventory. For
You
some
should
reason
have
it's
it.
saved.
Jesus Christ! I told you to reload your kit, and you
I
didn't.
did reload my kit, and apparently I don't have any fucking blood.
Oh
I
my
didn't even use my
God.
blood packs last time.
What's your blood pressure, dude?
You just didn't get medical perms.
Hey, mate.
Some morphine, if you don't mind.
Save one better than none.
True, actually.
Alright, giving this man some blood.
So you've managed to stabilize that guy, and he'll probably be up in a little bit. What about Mr. Hirosaki here? We can't
giving
let
him some
him. We can't let his Japanese American immigrant parents like lose their only son now, can we? We got to get Joshua back up.
Do you think his mom's hot?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Alright.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, these guys are up. Don't touch them.
Yeah.
I'm touching them.
You're touching them. I'm gonna.
Keep giving compressions. You know they're up, right? Like if you give them
Oi,
medication,
what are you
it's probably
doing,
gonna
Paul?
fuck them more.
Well, I haven't given
Come on,
him
man.
medication.
Not you.
I'm trying to remember my fucking first aid training from last year.
There's nothing weird going on over here.
Are you? Okay. Thanks, Free Lamp.
No problem, dude. What's the pulse on his ass?
He doesn't have one at the moment.
Oh, fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he's been dead for over like 2 minutes.
Oh no, 176. 176.
All right, you got it. Good job.
Blood
brought him back.
pressure, 80/54.
See?
Large amount of blood.
They're not dead until they're dead, right?
500 milliliters.
And this man probably could have used 2,000 milliliters.
I'm
Maybe
just
another
going up
500.
gradually. He's hopefully gonna stabilize soon.
Don't worry, I'll give him another 500 right now.
Sure.
Don't give him too much. Actually, yeah, you're probably good to do that.
Heart rate 94. BP 7248.
I saved him.
It's red actually like 72 over 48, 80 over 54.
Just saying things quickly because that
Yeah, I
makes
know,
it
but
sound
that is actually how it is read.
91 over 60.
Yep, good job.
How's this guy?
Right, so
He's
just
stabilizing.
whenever he is
He's
finished like,
fucking
getting
fetal
blood, whenever that
position.
message says lost some blood is
He's,
gone, I
he's
say
not
give him an
stabilizing.
epi, wake his ass up.
I just gave him 1,000 meal. I just gave him 1,000 liters.
He still lost a lot of blood. He needs another 1,000.
Yep, I was getting to it.
There we go. He's gotten it.
Street lamp to
Check
high
your pulse.
speed. Hell yeah, man.
72.
Ah,
Yeah.
welcome
65
back,
over 43.
Miyazaki.
Hirasaki!
Didn't even need an epi. Sometimes that happens.
Missed you, buddy. Mr.
500 milliliters.
What does this guy look to you? He looks Jewish.
He is not fucking Japanese.
Wait, now he's had.
Alright.
You gave him. So he's
Hold
had
on.
a total of 3,000 milliliters?
Yes, sometimes that happens. Have you been giving him blood while he was bleeding?
I only gave him 1,000.
I didn't mean to.
And then
I meant to take
you
off
gave
his
him
helmet.
another
That thing is not fucking
2,500.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine this way. It's steadily going up, hopefully.
This guy. He's in pain, by the way.
I think those three to my right are pretty much fixed. I think.
Good
Let's go
Hirasaki.
grade your work.
Missed you, buddy.
Oh boy, I'm gonna get fired.
He's lost some blood, but he's up.
Hey, look at this.
Put him on minimal.
I fixed this guy.
He's black.
What? Why'd you take his clothes off?
I didn't fucking reached it.
He didn't take pulse and blood pressure on a couple of them. Make sure that they have good blood pressures.
Yeah, I was just going over all of them really quickly.
Okay, let me release.
Hey, this
Release.
guy's completely good. Less than blood. Just gonna give you this one as a snack. I don't know.
That's a snack.
Yeah. Who here wants some lollipops?
They actually have those, you know.
Yeah, I
Not so
know.
bad they're not in the fucking inventory.
Dude, I'm gonna start carrying lollipops and giving them to my patients.
The cigarettes, cigars, and lollipops are not in the inventory.
Alright,
Doc, give me a lollipop. I want a lollipop.
I went through,
I don't have them right now.
I went through
I'm sorry.
yesterday with myself and I made new Arsenal kits, and they're going to be in the next versions of Mission Files, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Didn't Vengen argue with you over the fucking...
Yes. Anyway, let's see.
I think this is pretty alright, considering the hopeless circumstance.
But yeah, there's 20 guys here, and now there's only 5.
Good job.
Hooray!
So, I have always said one final thing to my students whenever I do medical qualifications like this. I have taught you the baseline information. I have showed you how to do certain things, and now you are more experienced in self-aid and medical in general. However, medical in ARMA is stupid, and it's constantly being updated and changed and fucked with. So,
yeah.
the thing that you have to understand is that you know what to do in these specific scenarios. However, you're probably not going to find these specific scenarios out in the field. Learning this fucking retarded system takes just practice and time and continued effort to learn it, right? Like anything. So I'm going to release you with the medical quals here. You did well. Congratulations. If you actually do want to be billed as a medic, just give me. I know you do, Street Lamp. I'll work on it. I want to be working with that.